Just again for clarity, just explain that there are protections then that remain for children, for staff, with A and B staying intact.
Yes, I think what you need to do is look at the legislation that you want to reform.
Mm-hmm.
You're wanting to basically delete Article 4.1c, which is about order and discipline.
Yeah.
Even the guidance that is related to that legislation says that use of force should be very rare. And that's not the experience. So we know it doesn't work and hasn't worked, and quite robust guidance has not worked on its own. What you need to then do is open the conversation about what should the legislation say. Is a power to restrain, is reasonable force actually what we should be talking about? My view is actually slightly broader than the Children's Commissioners. The Children's Law Centre is slightly broader in that we would say all of Article 4 should be looked at, the language should be looked at, and a different framework needs to be leaned on, namely a human rights framework, which we have in the form of the Human Rights Act and the associated convention. So you're taking something away, and then you need to check, well, do we need to put something in its place, or do we have enough? That's the work you would then do at that stage. So we had agreed in principle, that's not suitable in this day and age to have that for order and discipline. You know, it's a small shade away from smacking children, if you ask me. And it's a hangover from those times, that language of using force. Teachers don't want to go into school and use force. They don't want to have a framework about how to use force. They want to have a framework about how to make sure children are happy and cared for and have everything they need, so they don't get distressed.
To continue a point the guys have already made earlier, you'd referenced the fact that there had been agreement on this, that there was a review done, that there was change anticipated, and you'd explain to us that it had changed. Can I just be really clear on why you think things changed? Why is that agreement not there anymore?
Absolutely no idea, because we have asked the question, we have written letters, we've explained our position ad infinitum. Yeah. After we withdrew, we both wrote a joint letter explaining, you know, you won't meet with us, but here's all of our reasoning if this helps you, and here's what we think should happen. I mean, maybe Chris, you've had more dealings with the department since.
Yeah, I mean, I would be the same.
Briefly as possible, Chris.
Yeah, just the answer is I don't know why the change, and in fact, departmental officials sometimes seem to be on the fence themselves, and on the one hand they're telling us, well, there is no U-turn, on the other hand we're getting other messages. So the answer is I don't know why the change. I suspect, and with respect to the Minister, it is a big issue that he's grappling with, and you know, we'll have to give him the benefit that he's trying to consider all of this, but I don't know why the step change.